Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 427 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is the world's longest-running athletic recruiting education podcast. I'm Brent Hanks, the host of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast and the owner and CEO of Recruit Me, LLC, and I'm thankful that you chose to listen in. Please like or follow the Athletic Scholarship Podcast on your favorite podcast app, or go to the recruit-me.com website to listen to all the past episodes. Episodes that cover myths about recruiting, the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship, official and unofficial visits, what to do each year of high school to get recruited, questions to ask coaches, and interviews with coaches, athletes, and parents. Email me, brent@recruit-me.com, if you have any questions about recruiting or if you have a topic that I can cover. I've had a theme of things that bother me or make me sad that I see or hear about from many different recruiting journeys. And last week's episode 426, is called College Commits Do This Too Often. I cover when high school student athletes only have eyes for the NCAA Division I programs, and why you should and can consider other options. Episode 425 was called When a College Commit Does This, I Get Sad, and it highlights the risk of early verbal commits and gives you definition of verbal commits and national letters of intent, or letters of intent. Episode 424, Sometimes Recruiting Makes Me Sad. In that episode, I cover 3 things that concern me. The 3 things I covered were when high school student athletes don't even pursue an opportunity to play in college because they didn't just get recruited. Another was seeing high school student athletes that definitely have the talent but are just hoping a college coach just finds them. And when a high school student athlete doesn't know how to get recruited. This week, I'm putting forth times I see high school student athletes committing to a not a right fit college and only staying in a program for a year or less. The main goal for Recruit Me and the Athletic Scholarship Podcast is to provide you with an inexpensive way, a time-saving way, and an anxiety-reducing way to find and make your right fit choice in a college and a sports program. This episode ties in with the last 3 episodes. Not working a plan and not doing research can lead you to not getting recruited at all, or getting recruited and committing too early or to a level that doesn't fit you or to a program that you don't fit into. Here are some reasons that you may not fit into a program. You picked a level too high for your abilities or even for your athletic goals or desires. You picked a program that doesn't fit your style of play or your skills. You picked a program where the coach's style doesn't match you or you didn't know his or her style. You picked a program full of athletes that are playing and succeeding in your position. You picked a program that fits you, but the academic classes are not a match. You picked a program too far away from home or too close to home, or you are in too small of a campus or a town or too big of a campus or a city. You picked a program where the coach said that you would play early, but you don't really get that opportunity. You picked a program that relies heavily on upperclassmen transfers. You picked a program that was just the biggest or the highest prestige program for that reason only. You picked a program that only your parents or coaches pick for you. And to sum it up, you picked a program that you didn't research and fit into your parameters list. Those 11 reasons that I just gave do not pertain to all college commits, but I do see often that athletes move in their dorms, start practice and classes, and decide not to continue to play. They have played their sport or many sports since they were 5 years old, figuring out they wanted to play their sport in college in their high school years, and many times because they didn't do research on college sports and college life, they didn't understand how hard their college sport would be, or how much competition they would face, or that they would probably sit the bench the first year. Many high schoolers may not have sat the bench much or ever in their playing career. I am not saying that an athlete should accept that they will definitely sit the bench their freshman year of college. And I am not saying that sitting the bench their freshman year is a failure. My younger son, Sutton, has not played in any full games or started a game in 2 years at an NAIA level college. He chose a successful baseball program and knew going in that he was competing against a whole outfield of upperclassmen and all-conference performers. When Sutton was recruited, he was recruited for his speed, and in the NAIA level of baseball, players can re-enter and they can courtesy run for the catcher and the pitcher. Sutton spent his freshman year competing hard in practice and getting into 23 of the 48 regular season games the team played his freshman year. His Cougars won 40 games, won their conference tournament, and made the national NAIA tournament. For Sutton's sophomore year, he thought 2 of his team's outfielders would graduate, but they both decided to play their extra COVID year, so playing time was tough again. Sutton competed daily in practice and in the weight room, and he was still limited to mainly pinch running and the courtesy role, getting into 35 of the 48 regular season games. He did get 6 plate appearances, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 4 hits, giving him an .800 batting average with 4 RBI, and 2 of those hits were doubles. The left fielder was named an NAIA All-American with 29 home runs, and the center fielder and the right fielder were both all-conference performers. I asked Sutton if he would have rather played less on his successful Cougars team or played a lot on a 4-win team. He said his experience has been good and was okay with playing less on a really good team. He was not satisfied, but he understood his situation. He is now starting his junior year of school and baseball. This fall, he is competing hard for playing time since 18 total players graduated from his team, and all 3 of the previous outfielders are gone. Good luck to Sutton and the Columbia Cougars. The point of all of Sutton's information is that you can sit on the bench or see minimal playing time and still have a good experience. Sutton, having an idea about his role and opportunities, and us understanding and researching the college experience, helps Sutton and our family's perspective on his first year or 2. I hear of so many athletes that don't get to play, so they leave for another team or just quit playing. High schoolers many times don't do their research, don't go to college games or practices to see what they are like. A peek at a roster, a game schedule, talking to players and ex-players and their families, and getting advice from coaches can all help you make the right fit choice and enter your college ready to handle playing or not playing. Research and asking questions can diminish the chance that you get to a college in a situation that doesn't fit you. Questions and observations can help you pick a coach, a coaching staff, and a style of play for you. A coach's style can be important. Does the coach develop players? Does the coach play underclassmen? Does the coach yell a lot? Or is he or she reserved? Does the coach play in a style that fits you or that you can adjust to? With all the new transfer portal and NIL rules, this one's a little bit harder to track. But do players leave early, and does the program recruit a lot of high schoolers, or do they recruit junior college players or 4-year transfers, or a good combination of those 3? I'm bragging. Both of my sons did their pre-work, and both found the right fit. Sutton picked the right level of play, the right style of play, and the right coaching style. Parker fit in well at Northwestern by choosing the right level of Division I to play, the kind of academic fit, and his fit with coaches. Parker's 4 years did have some bumps. COVID hit his sophomore year. The Big Ten restricted the schedule the next year, and his head coach stepped away from college coaching, and Parker had some arm trouble his senior year. Despite some unexpected bumps, Parker's experience was very good. Here is a reason that many student-athletes leave after 1 year. The student-athlete signs with the biggest school just because they are the biggest and the most prestigious. I'm not an expert on analyzing athletes and where they should go play, but I do see kids commit or sign, and I know that they are not going to fit there. I've seen a basketball player from our area go to a high-level basketball program in a big city, and the style of play was hard-nosed defense and was a heavy rebounding team. This high schooler was a shooter. He played very little defense in high school and wasn't very physical. When he signed with this team, I knew it wasn't a good match. He lasted 1 semester there. I've seen numerous early commits that lasted just 1 year or didn't even make the first day of class. A 1-year experience at a school that doesn't fit isn't always bad, if you know the situation and if you take advantage of the training and the practices. But if you are not prepared, it can be a miserable 1 year. Bottom line is that you need to know as much as you can before you commit to help you understand the situation that you are getting into. When you combine a parameters worksheet filled out by both you, the student athlete, and the parents of the student athlete or a helper, the parameters worksheet is reworked multiple times throughout the recruiting journey. With the research from the college school list, then you can find your right fit. Your right fit program may be that upper level program, or it might be a lower level program that can help you to play to prove yourself. From there, you might become a lower level legend, or you've set yourself up to move up in competition level. Sutton just had a teammate at his NAIA level go from the junior college level to a 4-year NAIA level, then to a 4-year SEC conference level school. You can get both the parameters worksheets and the college school list worksheets for free by emailing me right now at Brent, BRENT, at recruit-me.com. These two worksheets are included in the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system that is available on the recruit-me.com website. The system is only $39. Check it out and see what else you can get in the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system. When you work these worksheets, your information will help guide you to your best fit on college size, academics, program level, city or town size, the distance from home, the cost of both the education and the living expenses, the opportunity to travel and play in front of big crowds, play on TV or online broadcasts. There will not be a perfect right fit, especially for 4 years of college, but the more parameters you meet, the better your adventure will be. Go to episode 322 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast to listen to the episode called The Perfect Worksheet to Find Your College. Find the episode on recruit-me.com or on your favorite podcast app. Goals of Recruit Me and the Athletic Scholarship Podcast are to help save you money, time, and anxiety in getting recruited. And these goals can be passed along when you commit or go to college. Many high school athletes want to early commit to take off the so-called stress of the recruiting process. But I will argue that it is way more stressful to go to a school or a program that doesn't suit you, especially early in your career. Another goal for Recruit Me and the Athletic Scholarship Podcast is to help you to play your sport in college, and I would love for everyone to stick it out for at least 2 years. I know that is not possible for everyone, and if circumstances don't work out, that doesn't always mean the student athlete did something wrong. But I encourage you to take advantage of Recruit Me's free and inexpensive resources that are all found on the recruit-me.com website. Resources like the free Recruiting Power Pack, the free Recruit Me monthly newsletter, all the free The Athletic Scholarship Podcast episodes, and the inexpensive Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system that gives you the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship and more. Please email me at brent@recruit-me.com if you have any questions or comments about recruiting. If you have a good recruiting story, or if you know a student athlete or a family or a coach that can help give advice to others, please let me know. Thank you for listening, and like or follow the Athletic Scholarship Podcast on your favorite podcast app, or catch past episodes on the recruit-me.com website. Follow Recruit Me on Facebook under Recruit-Me Athletic, or on X under @RecruitMe13, and on the Baseball Bluebook app under Brent Hanks in the Recruiters and Agents tab, or under the Recruit-Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast under the Podcast tab. Join me next Tuesday for another 15 minutes of recruiting education that will change your athletic scholarship future on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast.